On a street in Logan Heights, just past a chicken coop, plants peek out from a carport, fewer than there used to be. Still, roses sit inside a humming refrigerator. And wind chimes dangle between vases of sunflowers, Jackie Jo Lopez's favorite. Former neighborhood kids crowd around, learning to arrange them.
1 little flower, 2 little flowers, 3 little flowers, 4 little flowers.
Lopez says she's been working with flowers since she was 14.
I love what I do. It's not a job. I love flowers.
She runs Jackie Jo Flowers out of this open carport. The January 22nd storm flooded the business and her home.
All my computer software was completely destroyed. I have not been able to get I'm a small business. So everything I lost is by hard work and sweat.
I met Lopez on February 1st at Lincoln High's evacuation shelter, just weeks before what's usually her biggest sales day of the year, Valentine's. She gave what flowers she could salvage to the other evacuees. Then she joined the county's hotel voucher program, but says her mother had an accident at the hotel and they decided to live in the back of her florist van instead.
We stay in the car because of the trauma she went in the accident. She fell inside the hotel and we couldn't take it no more.
Lopez began tumbling through bureaucratic cracks. Moving out of the hotel early disqualified her from the San Diego Housing Commission's flood recovery program. The few $1,000s she received from her insurance disqualified her from receiving FEMA aid. And because her business license was expired when the flood hit, she was rejected for a business recovery grant. Meanwhile, she found it hard to keep filling orders.
I had no idea that this was actually going to knock me off to my knees, to the point that I was not able to get up sometimes from bed because it was extremely depressing. I don't know if it was anxiety or panic. I was getting a panic attacks, anxiety. I shut down my website. I didn't want to deal with no one. I've lost so much revenue.
She says before the flood, she brought in about $15,000 to $20,000 in revenue every month. Now, she says she's lucky if she pulls in $1,000. And falling income collided with a rise in rent after her landlord remodeled her home. She could no longer afford it. She began renting out her bedroom. She doesn't want to speak about where she currently sleeps, just says she's doing okay, and slowly trying to grow her business again.
I'm feeling much better now, and I'm doing funeral arrangements every once in a while, happy birthdays, and people are stopping by little through little, and I'm right now gonna release my website very soon, and I think we should flourish again, even if the world is in turmoil as it is. But we gotta be resilient and think positive,
Lopez says she's met many flood survivors in worse situations than herself.
A lot of people lost their homes completely. They were devastated because they were underwater. I feel more for the people that are being affected that some of them do not have insurance, because they didn't have cars, a lot of these people. And they were staying in hotels, so it was very hard for them to operate.
Many of these survivors might never be captured in the numbers reported by FEMA or other government recovery programs. Lopez says her neighbor was displaced, but never sought government help.
My neighbor, he's 96 years old, in which he lives next to me. His house got all watered, flooded completely, and he was not staying there for 2 or 3 months because of it. He didn't get any help. He didn't go to shelters. I had no idea.
With or without help, known or unknown to government agencies, Lopez says flood survivors have no choice but to keep going.
6 little flowers, 7 little flowers, 8 little flowers, 9.
Katie Hyson, KPBS News.